Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. It's day 11. Day 11 of my quarantine here in Nanning, Guangxi, China. Yes, and I'm really getting tired of being quarantined. You can tell I'm not my jovial self. Oh well. Hey, but that's not what this video is about. Today we're going to be talking about the different languages that the Western media uses to sort of manipulate you as a viewer of that news. We all know that the Western media will tell negative stories about China. And I'm not just talking the United States, Canada, Great Britain, but pretty well every Five Eyes country or anybody that's sort of affiliated with them, like Japan or, well, I'm not even going to say Taiwan because Taiwan is China, but they go down the same road with the manipulation of the media, I guess is what it's called. The CV virus is out there, so China is going to attack Taiwan. The Chinese economy is in the toilet because of the CV. China is going to have a second wave. The Chinese people, the Chinese this, the Chinese that, but it's not just the stories that they tell you in the news. It's the way that they portray it. It's the language manipulation that they use. So during this video, I'm going to be reading a lot. And as I say, Bin Young, if it wasn't for Bin Young, subscriber, commenter, a viewer of my channel, I wouldn't be making this video because I probably wouldn't be privy to the information that he's forwarded to me. Thank you very much, Bin Young. This one's dedicated to you. Okay, where are we here? The language that the Western media uses as propaganda to manipulate you, Western people, as viewers of their media. Okay, think about the different languages that they use. China doesn't fire officials; they purge them. Yeah, I've heard that on a regular basis. Corrupt Chinese officials don't get convicted for corruption; they lose power struggles. Oh, that's good. Hey, that's a good one. China doesn't punish corrupt officials; it nets them. Well, okay, if that one I'm not sure of. Chinese leaders don't strengthen laws, they concentrate power. Think about the language that the Western media is using. And next time you're watching news and they start talking this stuff, maybe you'll be able to understand what they're trying to tell you more by the language that they're using. Okay. China doesn't give out loans. They trap countries in debt. Oh, yeah, well, I've heard that a lot on the Belt and Road Initiative. Chinese leaders don't want their country to prosper peacefully. They're obsessed with stability. Countries and international organizations don't praise China. They pander to the increasing global influence. Yes. Chinese people don't attend rallies. They descend upon them. Descend upon the rallies. Oh yeah, okay. Chinese media doesn't report news. It reports propaganda. This is the biggest one. There's never any news, any news worthy of going on the news anywhere in the world, because if it comes out of China, it's not news, it's propaganda. You guys all know that, eh? China doesn't revise counting methodologies. It underreports cases. Oh yeah, okay. China doesn't revise counting methodologies. It underreports cases. Think about that one. It doesn't matter which numbers they take out and put out in the public, in the news. Give their international partners. It's not true, is what they're saying. They're underreported. If it's bad, if it's good, well then it's overreported. Of course, you know what I mean. China doesn't treat patients; it rounds them up. Oh, that's a good one, especially in days like these. China doesn't enforce quarantines. It enforces lockdowns. Yes, I've heard that a number of times. China doesn't requisition private hospitals during the health emergency by passing laws. It seizes them. It doesn't requisition, it seizes them. You know how they manipulate the language. It's one of those things. China companies don't innovate, they steal IP. Yeah, and that's been a big thing in the news, the Trumponomic news over the last number of years. Chinese people are not patriotic, they're brainwashed. Chinese people are not patriotic, they're brainwashed. I hear that from all of the alt-right people, that the haters, the Trumponomic people out of the United States, and there's a lot of Democrats that are doing exactly the same thing. Brainwash this and brainwash that. Well, you know, if that's the way you think, maybe you're the one that's brainwashed. I don't know. China's government doesn't face governance challenges. They face threats to their rule. Now there's a good one. Threats to their rule. It's not government challenges, it's threats to their rule. In the West, they would say, well, the government has challenges. There's things that they've got to do. There's things that they've got to do better. It's a threat to their yeah, okay. Anyway, Chinese provinces don't win PISA tests. They selectively nominate the best schools. Geez, I don't even know what that means. If somebody knows what that means, put it in the comment section below. China is not good at AI. It simply has loose privacy controls and the largest data sets. See, there's another one I don't understand. Am I a little bit behind the times? China is not good at AI. It simply has loose privacy controls and the largest data sets. Again, in the comments below. Chinese athletes don't win medals. They are picked from school, often against their parents' wishes, and train in secretive training camps. Really? Well, see, that one's way out there in La La Land. It's sort of like the Area 51 of these. CCTV is not more popular than BBC on Facebook. It fools algorithms and creates bogus followers. CCTV is not more popular than BBC on Facebook. It fools algorithms and creates bogus followers. Don't keep in mind that there's 1.4 billion people in China, and you know, that's. But yeah, okay, that's the way it is. China doesn't ban the import of addictive drugs like opium. It renounces free trade. Oh, okay. Chinese celebrities don't love their country and post patriotic messages on social media. They pander to the CCP and nationalistic fans. I get that all the time, guys. Pander, bootlicker, commie, shill, all of these things. Yes, Hong Kong rioters don't storm and destroy Legco. The Hong Kong police stand back and let them do it. Hong Kong rioters don't beat and burn and kill civilians, commit arson, build bombs, destroy subway stations, set fires to buildings, block traffic. They retaliate against police brutality. Now that's a good one, because that was in the news over and over and over again, and it's one of those things. Western countries don't have nuclear weapons. They have nuclear deterrence. But only the Western countries have nuclear deterrence. U.S. corporations don't bribe politicians. They lobby them. Yeah, okay. White people in non-white countries are expats. I think they're saying that non-white people in white countries are immigrants or refugees. There you go. So, and that's not just for China. That's for basically the rest of the world that isn't your Anglo-Saxon countries, Canada, the United States, New Zealand, Australia, Great Britain, you know them, type thing. Unfriendly countries don't have governments, they have regimes. Yeah, exactly. Citizens of unfriendly countries don't display patriotism, they display nationalism. So yeah, and you hear that all the time in some weird YouTube channels where they hate on China. It's the nationalists, not the patriots, the nationalists. And I hear that a lot. And last but not least, the US has Bushes and Clintons and Trumps. Other countries have powerful families, clans, and princelings. Ain't that the truth? You see, all of these words that they use to manipulate the news in the Western world, but they're not just manipulating the news, they're manipulating you and me as Western viewers of the news. And it's one of those things that they do it very well. They've been doing it for years and years and years. The Western media is there to promote either the Democratic, the Republican, a liberal, a conservative, you name it, that political party that Western news media sort of leans towards rather than leaning against. You know, you got the Trumponomic boys and stuff with the Fox News. You got the Democrats with CNN, and no triple N on that, CNN. In Canada, the CBC is a liberal thing. The Conservatives, I don't think, have any really big news thing channel on their side, but the Conservatives have social media locked up solid. They're really good on social media, where you look at the Liberals and they get bashed on social media. So the media in the West, you can't trust them anymore. When I was a kid, you used to be able to trust what they would say. I know that, sure, in China, there's news and they lean towards their political beliefs in China too. But the difference in China is that if they see something good happening around the world, even in the United States or Canada, Great Britain or anywhere, they actually report and they say this is good news. Where in the West, when China does something good, like you look at this last CV thing, the Canadian news came on there and said, Taiwan and South Korea did a great job at fighting this CV thing that's going around the world right now. No mention of China. Well, they did mention China because of the province of Taiwan, but most of these Canadian people, they don't understand the difference, so you have to just say they're ignorant. But the idea is that they can't. There must be an unwritten rule, or maybe it's a written rule in these news organizations that you're not supposed to say anything positive about China. So China's up against this sort of anti-China media blitz, and it's been on for a number of years. Since Trump got in, it's got really bad. And these are some of the language manipulations that I thought you should be aware of it. What did Gweilo do on day 11 of his quarantine? Well, this is exactly what I did. And, it's one of those things that you see this, and it sort of makes you angry that you've got these people that are supposed to be telling you the news. They're supposed to be impartial journalists telling the news as it is, as it happens, how it happens, and they revert to manipulation for political purposes, and sort of pisses me off. Anyway, that's another video from Gweilo 60 on day 11 of my quarantine. Did I say day 11 of my quarantine? Oh, I'm out of here in 4 days. This is day 11. Tomorrow morning we start day. So it's really, I've got another 5 sleeps and 4 days starting tomorrow morning. So anyway, that's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button. Thanks for watching. Hit the bell, resubscribe, make a comment. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to put a couple bucks in the children's Patreon account. It's a good cause. It helps poor rural Chinese children. They just need a helping hand, and we can give them one. Help me help them. Thanks for watching. Bye now.